Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Friday morning. Let's go ahead and get started with our webinar. Today, we're going to be talking about some of the new additions to our family of smart power meters and energy monitoring systems. Let's take a look at the agenda for today. Today, we're going to find out just what makes our smart power meters so smart. And then we'll look at an overview of the types of products we offer, followed by an application example based on an install at a palm oil mill in Thailand. And then we'll look at the specifics of the products mentioned in the example before moving on to our Q&A session. I do ask that you hold your questions until the end, but if you think of any during the presentation, feel free to type them into the Q&A box, and we'll get to them on a first-come, first-served basis. Do be sure to type those into the Q&A box in your Zoom toolbar and not the chat box. Please do it in the Q&A box. That way we can get to them all. First, a little bit about us, if this is your first time joining us. ICP DAS was founded in 1993. Our headquarters is located in Hsinchu, Taiwan. ICP DAS USA was founded in 2001 to support the North and South American markets. We're located in Lomita, California. We have over 100 R&D engineers working to develop new products and to support our customers. And we always take customer input very seriously when it comes to designing new products or updates to current product lines. We are ISO 9001 certified in the States, SGS certified in the UK. We are a Windows embedded partner, and our products are RoHS compliant. All right, let's dive right into the webinar. And this is going to be a bit of a follow-up with last month's webinars. So let's talk about the difference between our current and voltage sensor and our power meters. In last month's webinar, we went into the details about our current and voltage sensing products when we talked about current transformers, voltage attenuators, and signal conditioners. Our power meters are a natural evolution to those topics. So our PM3000 series smart power meters combine a voltage and current meter with an onboard computer that gives you accurate live power usage readings in True RMS format and a number of other useful formats. So what makes the smart power meters smart is that they do the power use calculation for you on board the module. They then take that power usage reading and communicate the reading over the communication protocol of your choice. We have options for Modbus RTU, Modbus TCP, and CANopen. The smart power meter combines the jobs of a current and voltage sensor, a data acquisition module, in addition to doing the power use calculation, and combines that all into one product. And then it makes that data readily available in a machine-readable protocol. So when we talk about our smart power meters, we are usually talking about the PM3000 series. This is a big family of products with a lot of options for a wide range of currents and voltages. We have 3 different protocol options, like I mentioned before, and 3 different circuit types. It's a very big family, and they all perform about the same function. We have single-phase, 3-phase, and multi-circuit modules. We have options for RS-485, Modbus RTU, Modbus TCP, Ethernet, and CANopen over CAN wiring. Most of our modules come with clip-on CTs included with the module. We also sell modules without CTs if you want to provide your own. Our highest current modules use Rogowski coil CTs instead of the split core clip-on CTs. And our products measure voltages from 10 to 500 volts and currents of up to 4,000 amps. All of our power meters are accurate to better than 0.5%, and we have options with built-in relay outputs for alarms, lights, and any other emergency signaling that you could trip with a relay. In addition to the power meters themselves, we're going to be talking about our power meter data concentrators. And this would be the PMC series of power meter data concentrators and data loggers. They are compatible with our Modbus RTU and Modbus TCP power meters. They provide onboard data logging with an SD card. They also act as a server and a gateway between your power meters in the field and your control or IoT network infrastructure. They offer RS-232, RS-485, and Ethernet communication, and each data concentrator can be connected to up to 24 power meters per module. And they are designed specifically to work with our power meters, so setup and configuration is easy. They support email and SMS alarm functions, and you can regularly schedule FTP uploads of your logged data in addition to accessing real-time data through the module. They also provide logic control through an easy-to-use if-then-else rules engine. And additionally, they can interface with standard Modbus TCP and Modbus RTU data acquisition modules as well as the power meters. They run a Windows CE operating system and provide a VGA interface for easy setup and programming. In addition to our PMC series data concentrators, we offer a PMD series data concentrator with touchscreen display. These come in a 7-inch and 10.4-inch screen version. And like the PMC series, the PMDs are designed to work with our power meters, so setup and programming is minimal. You can very quickly display and log data from your smart power meters. It's also a full-featured HMI, so you can control and access data from other Modbus RTU and Modbus TCP devices. But let's get into our application example for today. So we're talking about a customer who had a problem with the oil expellers in their palm oil mill. And it's pretty simple to picture how these machines work. There's one pictured here on the very right-hand side. A hopper at the top feeds the palm kernels into the press, which extrudes the oil. If an operator overfeeds the hopper, the press gets gummed up and the motor has to work harder to output the same volume of oil. Before our involvement, the operators would have to watch the hopper and try to eyeball the right amount to feed it. This was inefficient, as you might guess. It slowed down production, and it leads to downtime, and it puts too much strain on the equipment. So together with the techs at ICP DAS, the client devised an energy usage monitoring system to determine which machines are being overfed so the operators can solve the problem immediately and reduce both wear and downtime while increasing efficiency. Let's take a quick look at the application diagram, and the solution they came up with was pretty simple. They use our PM3133-360P power meters to obtain live energy usage readings while the oil extractors are under operation. The power meters are located in a cabinet near the power source, which supplies each extractor's motor. The CTs are placed around the power line. The smart meters are connected to the PMC 5231 through a single RS-485 line. The PMC 5231 is connected by Ethernet to, in this case, a PC control center, which pulls data from the concentrator and retrieves the data log through a scheduled FTP upload. And just to show you what these look like in the panel, here we have you can see the power meters themselves in the picture on the left. Again, these are the PM3133-360P, and there they are, attached to the power supply for the oil expellers. And on the right, you can see they are all connected to the PMC 5231. So the energy monitoring feed allows the users to gauge each machine's relative effort in real time by looking at the power load. This gives each operator an idea of how each machine is faring. The software makes it easier to gauge efficiency at a glance by sorting the machines into medium load, high load, and not operating categories. If the system is consistently showing a high load status for an individual machine, or if the machine is experiencing a lot of downtime, the machine is flagged for preventive maintenance or immediate attention, depending on what it needs. This simple method of visual sorting also makes it easier for any operator to see at a glance which machines need attention and when. And by looking at the electrical use trend over time, the staff at the plant was able to devise a preventive maintenance schedule that will further improve efficiency and longevity. So this turned out to be a very effective solution. Production capacity rose by 28% at the palm oil mill in the year after installing the smart power meters. Previously, operators would have to visually monitor the feed system for slowdowns and jams, which was inaccurate and inefficient. The power meter system gives accurate readings, and it makes a quick response possible. Data visualization, like we saw in the last slide, lowers operator error, and operators can design a maintenance schedule based around the hard data they retrieve from the system. This increases productivity and improves machine operating life. The result is increased output and time and money saved. And this is an example of a relatively easy to implement solution requiring only a few components that nonetheless improved production capacity for our customer by 28% by solving multiple production problems. More than just a way to display and log power data, the power monitoring system saved operational costs, conserved energy, and improves emotional resilience. It also forms the hard data for a predictive maintenance schedule that will continue to augment those benefits into the future. So to round things out, let's look at the products that we mentioned specifically in the application example. The first is the PM3133 360P. This is the product used with the palm oil extractors. This is a 3-phase module, which includes 3 clip-on CTs and measures up to 300 amps and 10 to 500 volts. This gives you an accurate power reading under operation in real time in true RMS voltage, true RMS current, active power, active energy, apparent power, reactive energy, power factor, and frequency. Like all the PM series, it comes in an industrial DIN-mountable housing. It has an operating temperature of minus 20 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius. This is the RS-485 Modbus RTU unit with a dip switch selectable baud rate, and it provides 2500 volts DC of isolation. This is also one of our modules that features the power relay function, so it includes 2 channels of Form A relay output. The other product we mentioned is the PMC 5231. The PMC 5231 is the newest entry to the PMC series, and probably the smartest yet in terms of the array of functions that it provides. This module is a data concentrator, data logger, gateway, and compact automation controller all in a unit that fits easily into your palm. This module supports Modbus RTU and Modbus TCP for communication with our power meters, as well as MQTT and SNMP for in addition to the Modbus communication for communication with your SCADA and IoT platforms. It supports a connection with Microsoft Azure and IBM Bluemix. It can adjust device operation in response to power readings using its onboard logic engine. It provides email alarm functions, schedule data upload, and has a protocol to auto-recover lost data in the event of an accidental disconnection. And you can use all these functions with other devices, not just the power meters. It's a very versatile little module. And we'll also highlight one of our PMDs. This is the PMD 2201. It offers the same features as the PMC series, but it comes with a high contrast touch panel display. With one of our PMDs, you can start displaying your power readings very quickly, in well under an hour. And they come loaded with all the programs you need to start logging and displaying data. So setup and programming with these is very minimal when you are using them with our smart power meters. So I want to thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope that the benefits of our smart power meters and power monitoring system are apparent. In the application example, the operators at the palm oil mill were able to use power monitoring in a novel way to monitor machine performance and efficiency both under operation and over time. This allows them to smooth out the kinks in their production process, as well as devise a predictive maintenance schedule that is going to increase the longevity of their machines and prevent downtime in the future. As always, why should you choose ICP DAS USA? ICP DAS USA has been a provider of industrial automation and data acquisition systems for over 20 years. We have long-time, happy customers all over the Western Hemisphere, and we specialize in providing products that are reliable and affordable. These are the perfect components to round out your DAQ or control system, improve efficiency, and connect legacy equipment with newer technology. With all that said, it's time to move on to our Q&A session. So if you've put a question into the Q&A box, we can get to those now. Or if you want to get on mic to ask your question, just raise your hand through the Zoom toolbox and we'll get to you. I have my colleague Robert with me today, one of our application engineers, so he can answer any of your more technical questions. But the floor is yours.